Hello everyone, Ropefox here, and welcome back to another episode of our survival series. This is episode 14, and I am coming to you from the blaze farm that we just built last episode. And I've been running this thing probably for almost a half hour now, so I'm very curious to see. Man, I just love watching those guys jumping in there. I don't know if you saw that in the background, they're just running on over, jumping right into our killing chamber. So that is the whole purpose of this farm. I love it so much. Now, as you can see here, I have a wither skull. So I was running around making my way through the nether fortresses, and I just happened to see a wither skeleton. So, I thought I'd take my chances and just see what I can get. You gonna hop right in there? Oh, yes. That is so awesome. I love this thing. Did I say I love this thing? I really love it. But anyways, I was running through and I found myself a wither skeleton, and surprisingly, I collected a skull. So that got me thinking of what I wanted to do for today's episode. So what I'd like to do is work on a wither skeleton farm. I don't know if we'll finish it this episode, but I definitely want to start work on it. Now, I do want to collect all the XP from here. I'm curious to see what we get after a half hour. You gonna hop in? Nope. He is, though. He's going in. Yeah, you got left behind, buddy. Yeah, just be a follower. Be like everyone else. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to run this farm, and let's see how much XP we get. Now, for those of you who haven't actually seen this blaze farm in action, the way this farm was designed is that I was just observing how to create a blaze farm, so I tried my old design that I created for console edition. That didn't work, so usually I had them running to a corner. We had a bunch of blocks that they would pathfind to the outside. But I realized here in Bedrock Edition that isn't the case. And what I realized is that all the blaze were just congregating in the corners here. And as you saw in the last cut, and then you probably seen here, that they just make a straight line for the corner, and then they hop right into the killing chamber here. Now, like I said, we're going to get some levels. So the cool thing about this farm is that we can run half a side. And so by that I mean we have this half here, so I close this off, and then we just suffocate all the blaze down here, and then this side is still open, allowing the blaze to fall into this side while we clear out this side. So like I said, I'm going to collect some XP, and the cool thing about this is we just come down here and start, ooh, that's loud. We can just start punching away, and then yeah, they all go down. Perfect. Now this is probably going to take me a while, so I'm lost. There I am. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then like I said, we'll see how much XP we get after a half hour of AFKing this farm. I think there's so much going on here that the sounds are messing up. You can't even hear me swinging. You can hear the blaze crackling, but you can't even hear the blaze. So I realized that when I was, this is the last one that I'm doing right now. You can see I've almost got 10 levels, and I've managed to actually repair all of my things that I had mending. So that's my pickaxe down there. That's my bow, and also my elytra. So yeah, I think we got some pretty decent amount of XP from this thing. All done. We can go ahead. I've already opened this side up to start collecting these guys again, and then we can open this side up. So all four corners will be open once again, and then they should start going back to their corners, filling it all up. And yeah, this is just so entertaining to watch. I don't know, like I said, I don't really understand the mechanics like that, but I found that this works, and yeah, so we have just stepped away from the blaze farm, and already everything is a whole lot quieter. And I do apologize if that got a little loud, and we still have our wither skull on, so I should probably take that off and put my helmet back on. We still don't have anything with fire protection yet. I definitely have the levels to start recreating armor. These boots are about to break, so we'll probably be running barefoot here in a second. But talking about the wither skeleton farm, this is where we always come from when we run through. I was trying to do a little bit of homework, trying to figure out, obviously Java Edition and Console Edition are really different from Bedrock Edition, especially as far as spawning goes. So before, I think the theory used to be is you wanted to build your wither skeleton farm in a crossroads like that, and then Tango Tech actually came out with a whole awesome video of how to create a wither skeleton farm and talked about bounding boxes and all that good stuff. And I think we actually have to run past the blaze farm once again, just real quick. Actually, you know what? I'm lost. I'm just busy talking. But as I'm trying to figure out where I want to go, like I said, Tango Tech did an amazing job of explaining the bounding boxes and how all that works in order to create a Wither Skeleton spawner. And if you've seen the Hermitcraft series, he and I believe Impulse, I don't know who else worked on that farm, created this huge farm in the recent season of Hermitcraft. Now, obviously, that's not going to work here in Bedrock Edition. So I've been doing some homework, like I said, and one YouTuber that I found, GruvaGuy, he has some awesome stuff, very technical. He even has a series about things called Technically Bedrock. You know, I enjoy stuff like that, just the whole technical side, like Tango, Nembomb. GruvaGuy's doing an amazing job for Bedrock Edition, so shout out to those guys there. So what GruvaGuy was saying, from what I understood and took away from his video, is that each, I guess, like chunk or area, each little section of build has its own spawning point. So like this chunk of the bridge here has a couple spawning points. The middle is its own little area, has some spawning points. So what he had mentioned, what I got from the takeaway, was that you want to try to find an area, I think, within a chunk, but that has the most structures going on, because that's where you're going to have the most spawns, spawn rates. So I was looking around, and the closest thing I could find, and probably the best one that I've seen, is this area right here, because if you've seen his video, I will probably put a card up in the corner, so that should be popping up as I'm talking. What he was saying, showing in this video, was that since there are so many different structures here, there are many spawn points, so this is the actual ideal area where we would like to build a farm. So I think I'm going to roll with that. I want to test that out. So I think we're going to start building a farm right here. It's probably going to be a couple chunks wide. Not too sure how big I want to make it yet. Still, I haven't tested it yet for myself, so I don't want to build anything too big, but I think this is a good place for us to get started. As I'm digging and placing blocks, another thing from that video, I guess I'll kind of talk about it as we go through, as we're doing this. I'm not going to go over it completely. Like I said, I definitely want you guys to check that video out. But from what he discovered, and by he, I mean GruvaGuy, is that our platforms that we can actually create at this top level here. So, for example, I think an example of spawning would be, he had green glass at, I don't know how he did that, but it had like a spawning point here, and then there's like a spawning point on the ground down there. So, that being said, I am starting the top platform. I might do a couple. I don't know how many we'll need. Like I said, I'm not too sure how this thing is going to turn out. But that's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning this out, and oh yeah, listen to that. So nice. But I am cleaning this area out. This is my first chunk, and I am starting the top platform. And yeah, I'm just placing in blocks, clearing things out. And let me finish this up and get back to you guys. Alright, welcome back everyone. We have finished the top platform. This is a 16 by 16 area. And I believe I got my chunks right. So we have 160 by 96. That is, 6 divided by 16. That's 10 and whatever 16 to 96 is. And then we come 16 blocks over. That will take us to 112. And then over here, this goes down to 144. So we have a full chunk right here. Now, one interesting thing I saw in GruvaGuy's video was that it doesn't necessarily have to be nether bricks. He actually made the whole nether fortress out of glass and was still getting spawns. So I thought that was very interesting. But I want to do nether brick. I almost said nether rack. Nether brick because I just think it looks good. I mean, it's the nether. And I really liked the nether brick with the red glass. So I think I'm going to roll with that. So we have our first platform done, and now I am set to a 10 chunk simulation distance. So that is also a major factor that comes into this, which means I'm going to have to do a whole lot of conditioning. So lighting up areas, wherever the center point is going to be. Yeah, it's just going to be a big old project, probably just doing that alone. And yeah, 10 chunk simulation distance is very big if you haven't seen it. A lot of comes out that way, 10 chunks out this way, 10 chunks that way, and then it kind of just makes like a circle, or as circular as you can get in Minecraft, from one point to the other. But we're going to worry about that at a later time. I just want to get these platforms laid in. And now I think what we can do is start working on the next platform down. So this is a wither skeleton farm. Wither skulls or wither skeletons stand 3 blocks in height. So that's why we have this 3 block height gap here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start digging out the next layer down. And yeah, I'll get back to you. And welcome back once again. We have the second platform finished down below. So we have our top platform here with our 3 block height gap. And then we came 3 more blocks down to this level here. This is going to be our second platform. And thankfully we still have enough room to walk down below. Now, I am aware, as I said earlier, we do have to condition this. So I kind of want to test what we have right now. So the only thing that I can think of is if I back out. And the nice thing about this not being a realm, or, you know, this is a survival world, and if I were in charge of the realm, this would be the only way I can do it, is I'm going to try to switch the simulation distance down to 4 chunks. That way everything out there is not going to be... I'm also going to switch it to peaceful, and then I'm going to switch it back, just so all the mobs in this area disappear. So all these guys down there, all those guys down there just hanging out in the lava, taking a little lava bath down there. And that should all reset, and then I'm going to stand a good enough distance away for hopefully some wither skeletons to spawn. So let me go ahead and do that. So I have dropped the world down to a 4 chunk simulation distance. I have also done a bit of lighting, so you can see the torches going down here. Things are sort of lit up down there. Obviously I have a lot more to do, a lot more ground to cover. Now, I do have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that these platforms absolutely work. So, I had wither skeletons spawning up top. There are about 4 or 5 of them. I think the max is 5 that they can spawn in a bunch or a group. The bad news is that I don't have video evidence of that happening. So, pics where it didn't happen. I can tell you that wither skeletons spawned up there, but I wasn't recording. I just wanted to check it out. And then when I went to go up there to check it out and hit record, I got bum rushed and I didn't want to die, so I didn't end up recording those wither skeletons spawning up top. Now I'm hoping that they'll spawn back. Let's go ahead and take a peek. So we got the blaze. So mobs are definitely spawning on the platform. Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry if I blew out your eardrums there. Yeah, that scared me. Yeah, that scared the nether out of me. So, oh man. And like I said, I don't have fire protection, and I only have 1 stake left. So, yeah, there goes my last stake. But as you can see here, things are spawning up top. That is very obvious that this works. Now, hello. So, we have that working. I'm going to do a little bit more conditioning, because obviously we still have mobs spawning down the hall here. And, yeah, I need to go get some more food as well, some more torches, and I'll be back. Alright, so now I have more of the nether fortress lit up. It's been, I think, a day since I've recorded. I recorded last on Thursday. Today it's Saturday, the day it's supposed to be coming out. But I had a lot of things I'm taking care of. And look at that. We can see, look at those wither skeletons dropping down. We can see the conditioning has paid off, definitely. So I believe in the last cut on Thursday I was saying I was going to get more food, which I got. And I got more torches, but I just took it upon myself yesterday to do a little bit more lighting. Just so... yeah, I could have something to show for. And it looks like this is working perfectly. We saw 1 that went down. There is 1 right there. You can see 3 more up top. So, yeah, this thing is perfect. Obviously, holy smokes. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 6 total, because 3 just fell down, right? Yeah, so, that's a lot of wither skulls that just went to waste there. Potential wither skulls. Obviously, I'm gonna have to block this thing off. Let's see if I can just finish this guy off here. Oh, we lost him. We lost him. How about this? Hey, you. Come here. Hey. I'm scared. Oh, hello. Ooh, there we go. There's skull number 2. We have skull number 2. And the other one is safely put away. We have another wither skeleton on this platform. So, yeah, yeah, this is awesome. I am loving this. There's another one right there. Come to Papa. Can you get to me? Let's not chance that. Sweet. So, what was that? Was that like 7? Did anyone get a good count of that? I thought 3 or 4 went over the edge, and then we killed 2, so that's 6. 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not gonna look down there. Yeah, we don't want to die here. So, awesome. This has worked perfectly. Now, obviously, we need to do something about this. I'm not gonna do it this episode. I may work on it between episodes, but I want to block this area off, obviously. And, you know, just so they're not all running off to their deaths, or, you know, they're not going to die in the lava, but, you know, where we can't access them anymore, because I'm not going way down there, just to see if I can potentially get a wither skull. But with that being said, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what I did real quick. Obviously, as I was saying, I was lighting up the whole nether fortress, so you can see out in this direction. I was thinking of running platforms all the way down here, but I don't think I need to. I mean, that looks good enough to me. I'm just a single player here playing in a single player world. And so I was just lighting the area up. Let's take care of this guy, or else I'm going to get a fireball in the back. So yesterday I started deconstructing the nether fortress a little bit. You can see where I've torn this apart. Now, one interesting thing, we can see we have some mobs down here. Wow, look at them. But it looks like, appears they spawned here. Woo. Got him. The fortress was coming all the way down here, and I ripped all this out just for some nether brick. But it looks like they still spawn. Now, oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, why? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try to grab my stuff and see if I can survive grabbing my items. And it looks like blaze have appeared on the platforms now, and more wither skeletons. So yeah, we know that is definitely working. I want my stuff back, because that is my elytra. That is like the last of my good gear, and my only set of elytra. So I hope there was no lava down below. Man, and I don't have a bow. We're gonna have to be very smart about this. How's this for concluding an episode? I was planning on finishing this episode as soon as I showed you guys what was going on. But now, I don't even have blocks. This guy, this is the guy who did it all. Get out of here. Okay, they're getting hostile down there, sounds like. Hear them rushing around. I don't have a pickaxe. Oh! 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 Leave me alone! No! Leave me alone! I'm not gonna win. And I'm also close to the lava. Okay. Let's try this again. So, 3rd time's a charm. Hopefully. I'm a little bit more prepared this time. I grabbed myself a bow. There's also wither skeletons above me, so I'm afraid of them falling on top of me right here. Let me try to... Okay. Okay, they're still there. Now I'm definitely worried about my items, because I was right next to the lava there. Oh, I still see them. Yes. Okay. So, I'm a little bit more prepared this time. I brought myself a bow, so I think it's smart if I just pick all these guys off. What is my bow doing? What is that? Really? I have no idea what just happened there. Okay. And then we get rid of you. That works. I thought we finished this guy off. Now we did. How many wither skeletons are down there? And that's one thing I was going to point out after I was going to show you what I did. So, wow, he's getting knocked. What is my bow doing? Is it? Okay. And one more. And the bow broke. How many wither skeletons are left down there? 2. Jeez. Okay. Let's try to... There's my shovel. Alright. I don't have food. Let's see if I can smack him back. Oh. That works perfect. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna die again. I'm gonna... So now I am getting a little more worried because we've come back a couple times and I know that despawn clock is running at this point in time. Now I'm almost thinking if this happens... Get out of here. I extremely dislike all wither skeletons right now. What I'm thinking is I'm not going to rage quit, but I just may throw this into peaceful just so I can retrieve all my items, but I want to do this legitimately. I hear a blaze. I hope nothing spawned down here. It's just that one guy. Okay, so let's try this again. Ah. Okay. Let's try to see if I can get all my stuff back. And it looks like... Don't really care about those things. What I want is my elytra. Let's throw some armor on. Yes. Okay. Awesome. We have that. And that. And I have my pickaxe. And we're just missing... Where's my sword? Where's my baby? I need my sword. I hope... Oh, did we lose my sword? We may have... There's stuff down here, too. You know what? This is all your fault, Blaze. I don't see it. Oh, man. I really like that sword, too. That was an awesome sword. Let me check again. Nope, no diamond sword in the inventory. So the clock is ticking. Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah. I don't see it. It would appear that I recovered everything except for my diamond sword. Now, thankfully, I didn't have like a mending thing on my sword, a mending book. We gotta run past this area again. We got everything else though. We got the elytra back. We got the armor I was wearing, plus the additional armor I threw on while I tried to keep coming back. Let's go ahead and equip the bow. We're gonna need that. But yeah, it seems like the sword was the only loss. Now I'm really sad because, like I said, I was trying to show you guys what was going on. I removed parts of the Nether Fortress, and you can see that they were still spawning. And I guess I'll go ahead and show you. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to block this off. We'll work on that next episode for sure. And I'm so sick of these guys. Yeah, especially them. We're cool. You and me, we're cool, little guy. But what I wanted to show you is, oh my goodness, an iron sword. Yeah, this is going to take a few shots. We're going to go ahead and use the bow. Bam. We run past the blaze farm real quick. What I was trying to say before I died so many times was that we conditioned this area. Now what GruvaGuy was saying is that, as I was mentioning earlier, each little section here has a spawn point. So like here and here. But I was thinking about, I don't think he really addressed it. It was the bounding box thing. So the bounding box in Tango Tech's video was saying that, like this Nether Fortress comes way out here, right? So this ends here, and then there's more Nether Fortress, obviously out there, and then there's another arm that extends out this way with the blaze spawner down there. Now what that means as far as the bounding box is concerned, is that this whole area, since this is Nether Fortress down there, this whole area right here is within the bounding box of the Nether Fortress. So when I was lighting the area up, I noticed there were a bunch of wither skeletons still spawning down there, which means Okay. Yeah, we're not doing this. Bye. Um, there were mobs spawning down there, like you saw, a big group of wither skeletons. So this tells me that even in Bedrock Edition, mobs will still spawn within the bounding box. So I had to go down there and condition it. So there's a lot of work, a lot of things to still look at regarding Bedrock Edition. But with that being said, I think I took up a lot of time with all my deaths and trying to recover my armor and all of my stuff. So I think we're going to end the episode here, where it's nice and safe. This is the end of our episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.